For joining us this afternoon for this pop-up live trading session. Let's jump in and talk about the markets. We're going to talk about the markets first, and then I'm going to show you some things that was done in these two different demonstration accounts, and then I will open it up for any help that anyone needs. Sharing your screen, trying to make any type of adjustments. This is the time to make an adjustments if you need some. It's good that the market just jumped back up. You maybe less than 30 minutes ago, the Nasdaq actually went red, and the Russell as well. So it's good it's bounced back. We needed the market to be up today, and hopefully it can stay at these levels. Then some of the bears will back off later in the day, and maybe we can be up to 300%, points on the NQ. That would be nice. It would take a little relief off some of the accounts and give us some little breathing rooms so that if we're down again tomorrow, that we could withstand that. So this is the time to make the adjustments that you haven't. I know I've been sending that message over to Telegram. You want to make adjustments when you can, when it's advantageous for you. When it's not, it's going to cost a lot more. It's going to be a lot more expensive and harder to make the adjustment when things are going against you and you're trying to adjust at that point. Right now, they could be going in your favor, so it's a good time to make an adjustment. All right, so let me discuss a few things that was done in this Tastyworks account first, and then we'll discuss a few things that was done in the Thinkorswim account, and then we'll open it up for any help that someone needs and so forth. And then if we have time, we'll actually think about some trade ideas that could benefit based on how the market is down. I still think this is just a small rally based on how much we were down in 2.5 days. So like you heard me say last night, I wouldn't be surprised if we are up 300 on the NASDAQ and up 100 on the ES. That would really take a lot of pressure off of a lot of the accounts. All right, so let's talk about what we've done in this account. We haven't did much. The only thing we did this morning before the market opened, because you can do this with futures. The futures were open already. Is that we sold a micro E-mini future to get some more short deltas, and then we bought a micro call option to be able to offset that. And the call option was bought to be able to offset the prices. So you can see that here that this was the call that was bought, the 41.60, and that's about 50 points away from where it's currently at now. And then this was what was sold. We sold at the 40.63, so we've lost obviously about 53 points on this trade, if not a little bit more than that. But that's fine. We've made some offsetting positions on this. So let me show you how that looks here. So we have the micro E-mini. We already had one contract on. We have another. So I just say we sold it at the 40.63. So that's what it's trading at now, plus the 41.11. So we're down $48 on it. So it's 48 times 5. So we lost $240 on the short leg that we sold this morning, and that's perfectly fine. But on the long option that we bought to offset the losses, we bought it at the 30 delta. So we're up $14 on that. Excuse me, that's the wrong one. This is the one we bought here. So we're up a lot more. So we're up $70. So instead of being down to 40 on the trade, we are only down 170, which is good. That's why we did that, just to get a little bit more short deltas. But if we had the rocket up, we would offset the losses by doing the buying of the call. All right, so let's jump over to this Tastyworks platform, the Thinkorswim platform here, and let me tell you what's going on here. This account was stressed based on using too much of the account size, and you guys know I was doing that in this smaller account. We were up a little over 34% just on Monday, and then a lot of that changed. The deltas were fine with this, but because of volatility and the volatility increase, the buying power in this account got really hurt. So I had to wire some money into the account this afternoon just to be able to get the buying power under control, to be able to make the adjustments that I wanted to do. But I'm going to take that monies out because you've heard me say in the past, you don't want to put good money towards a bad situation. This wasn't a bad situation, but nothing's 100%. No rules 100% of the time. But in this case, I did wire some capital into this account to be able to make the adjustments to put this account in a safer RAM, and it was already safe. The highest delta was only at 32. You guys know that's the lower red zone, but because of the volatility increase, it was requiring too much monies to hold these positions. So I wanted to be proactive. If I had to make an adjustment, I can do it. This is why you want to trade small, so you can have the buying power to make the adjustments effectively. As a number of you have done that extremely well, and this move you've been able to make the adjustments and not be stressed out about it, not make panic type of decisions. All right, so looking at this now, everyone, the main issues just in this one, you can see that all of these positions are good on this ES position. We didn't make any adjustments in this one. The Russell position is, for the most part, pretty good. We wanted to, you can see that the highest, this is the short put here. This is a 24 delta, so that's still a yellow zone, mid yellow zone. So that's fine. We're trying to adjust that. But we're not going to force it, and it's not letting us adjust it, so that's fine. And so that's doing good. All the other positions are good. This is a hedge on it, so that's perfectly fine. That hedge is out of the money. It was in the money a little earlier, and the major issue was NASDAQ, but it was still just 30 something. It was still just 30 deltas. I think the highest delta, like I said, was 32. We moved it all, and now you can see that we have a hedge here. That was great, but now the new position, the new short position, is, we didn't move it a lot, but the new short position here with 22 days ago is a 28 delta here, so that's not bad. And then we have another put on with 29 days ago. We adjusted that. You can see this is it's kind of hard to see. I know, everyone, this is just a 22 now, so that's fine. And then we have some puts down here that we adjusted. We adjusted all the puts in Q 36 days ago. This is 2 here, and that's a 25 delta. So pretty much everything is around the 25 delta now on the NASDAQ, and that's looking good. Hopefully once again, the bears will bail out for the last hour or so, and we can get this NASDAQ up 300 points. That would kind of take a lot of pressure off. So if we go down again tomorrow, we have some wriggle room. We have some room we can go down and not be as stressed on the count as if we were down today 300 points, or just even down a little bit. Could have been a little stressful on the stress on the count. All right, so let's open it up for any questions about what I've just discussed. And if you have any questions, please unmute your mic and present that. Otherwise, let's jump into some help. I know it's at least a couple of you probably need some help with your account.